Hello, this is Eileen Bernunzo with an important medical update with news about asthma. A new study has revealed that eating a high-fiber diet could trigger changes in the immune system that protect against allergic asthma. I will talk about this new study, but first I would like to explain what asthma is and how to avoid allergic triggers at home. Asthma is a condition in which the lungs are hypersensitive and swell and tighten in response to triggers caused by some things like cold temperature, exercise, or weather. If you experience wheezing, shortness of breath, or coughing attacks that don't seem to quit, you may be one of the millions of Americans who have allergic asthma. Allergic asthma is triggered by an underlying allergy, whether it's pollen, pets, mold, dust, or something else. About 60% of asthma cases are allergic asthma. The only way to know for sure if you have this type of asthma is to get an allergy test. There are several different types of tests you can get. A skin prick test, which involves putting a small amount of potential allergen under your skin to see if there's a reaction. It's the easiest, simplest, and fastest. If the result is positive, you'll see some swelling around the prick site within 20 minutes. A blood test is a type of allergy test as well, but that takes a little more time to get the results. Avoiding your triggers is always a good idea, and this may not be as hard as you think. For example, dust mites are microscopic organisms that thrive in your mattress, pillows, carpets, drapes, and cloth couches. They love humidity and they love warmth, which our bodies provide. Putting special protective covers on mattresses and pillows erects a barrier between you and the mites. That can dramatically decrease symptoms of asthma. Washing all bedding, including blankets, in hot water temperatures of 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit each week will actually kill dust mites. Other changes you can make in your home to reduce the chances of an asthma attack include using synthetic bedding rather than down or wool, replacing carpets with bare floors, cleaning surfaces with a wet mop or rag rather than a dry one, and using a vacuum cleaner with a HEPA filter is very good as well. If you can't bear to part with a beloved pet, even if it triggers your asthma, the first thing you should do is avoid sleeping with your pet. At least keep the pet outside the bedroom and close the door. A lot of times people sleeping in the same bed with their pets are literally breathing in allergens all night, and that is what triggers asthma symptoms as well. If pets aren't a trigger, mold might be. Mold likes the damp, so a dehumidifier will help control this, as well eliminating any leaks in pipes or faucets. If you have bronchial asthma and are triggered by smokers, you need to stay clear of smoking. And definitely stay clear of all smokers and secondhand smoke. There are many types of treatments, including bronchodilators and medication, that are used to control and treat asthma attacks. And it is very important to take all precautionary steps available as well. An article in the New Scientist magazine written by Nick Fleming dated January 6, 2014 stated that a high-fiber diet may protect against allergic asthma. For the first time, research in mice has shown that levels of dietary fiber found in fruit and vegetables can influence the balance of microbes in the gut in ways that make the airways more or less prone to the inflammation seen in allergic airway disease. The 1980s and 1990s saw large increases in the incidence of allergy-triggered asthma in many developed countries. Many researchers have linked this to marked changes in diet, including a decrease in the amount of fiber eaten. To investigate this link, Benjamin Marsland at the University Hospital of Lausanne in Switzerland and his colleagues looked at how the immune and inflammatory responses of mice varied with the fiber in their diet. They found that when the mice were exposed to an extract of house dust mites, those whose feed contained less than 0.3% fiber has doubled the number of a specific type of immune cells associated with asthmatic inflammation in their airways, compared with those on a standard diet containing 4% fiber. Mice given additional fiber supplements on top of a standard diet showed a reduction in these immune cells, but only if the supplement was easily fermentable in the gut. Mr. Marsland stated, further tests showed that changing dietary fiber intake affects the development of immune cell precursors in the bone marrow, which then go on to have effects in the lung. Christian Taub at Leiden University Medical Center in the Netherlands stated that this work provides a mechanism to partially explain the asthma epidemic we have seen in the Western world. More studies will continue, but from a simple dietary intervention perspective, when we think about what the components of a balanced and healthy diet are, having higher amounts of fermentable fiber could be important and helpful to asthmatics. I personally am asthmatic, and I try to avoid any triggers and do notice that since I have added more fiber to my diet, I have had less asthma attacks. I believe this is a study that can be most helpful to asthma patients. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and found the information provided useful for yourself or someone you may know that may be asthmatic or have symptoms and not be aware that they are. Thank you and have a good day.
You breathe in, you take oxygen from the air and into your lungs, and then they spread it to all the rest of you. From your toes to your thumbs, the respiratory system. Air goes in a flood from your lungs to your blood. Through the bronchioli that branch out like little trees. What your body needs is for your lungs to breathe every second of the day.